Good evening, this is BelGeode and we are back with some more X-Plane 10.45 and tonight we're going cross-country. Okay, so here is my brand new Cessna 337 Skymaster. This one is a Carenado model and I gotta say it is pretty sweet, just as you would expect from Carenado or Carenado or however you pronounce it. In any event, today we are going to be taking a quick flight from Rostraver, which is, of course, here. You've seen this airport before. And we're going to stop by the airport that I've been working on, Finleyville, which is approximately 9 nautical miles away from here. That's the airport that I flew to in the Sikorsky SH-3. And then from Finleyville, we're going to move on to Washington County Airport, which is also in southwestern PA. Now that one I don't believe has been modified as of yet. That might be my next project, so I just kind of want to scout it out. We'll do touch and goes at Finleyville and Washington County, and that'll be fine. And then our final destination is going to be Wheeling, Ohio County Airport, or Kilo Hotel Lima Golf, which, if you remember my review of the DA-42 in Dovetail's flight school, that's where we landed. So we're going to be going there. I did get a scenery update for that. Looks like somebody did a pretty bang-up job on that, so hopefully we'll be able to see it. Now, my frames are looking pretty good. However, SkyMax has been giving me reminders that my VRAM is really not that great. So I am in danger of crashing. If that's the case, then I'll have to pick up the flight halfway through and basically take it from there. But be that as it may, we are going to go ahead and hop in the plane. It is almost 5 p.m. as you can see. And the temperature is kind of warm. It's 31 degrees centigrade, or I'm just waiting for it to change here, 88 degrees Fahrenheit. So yeah, it's kind of hot here in PA today. Alright, this airport just looks so good. I know it's not exactly what Rostraver looks like in real life, but as far as my rendition of it, I think it's pretty spectacular. I might just end up putting this sucker online for you guys to download. Alright, let's take a look at this bird. So as you can see, I've got chocks on the wheels and I've got a little traffic cone there. I'm not quite sure what that's there for. I guess just to make sure that the wing has clearance. One of the unique features of the 337, those little twin tailplanes there. This is my absolute favorite Cessna. I've never had the chance to fly in this thing in real life. There was one when my dad was learning how to fly, but we never got a chance to get in there because he didn't have his multi-engine rating at the time. If I were to ever get that in real life, yeah, you can bet your sweet bippy I would love to fly one of these suckers. But as you can see, there's our tail engine there, number 2 engine. And look it, my bags are all loaded. Very nice. Now, one of the beautiful things that Carenado's planes come with are these little menus that are on the left-hand side. You can't really see my mouse button right now. Unfortunately, I forgot to equip it, but you will be able to see the menu when I click on it. So there we go. And looks like our baggage is stowed, so we'll go ahead and close the baggage door. Very nice. We'll get rid of the chocks and everything once we turn the batteries on. It'll happen automatically. But let's just make sure everything looks good. Whoa, bumped my head there. Whoops. Alright, yeah, ailerons look good, flaps look good, everything looks good. Alright, let's go ahead and hop inside our aircraft, like so. We'll go ahead and open this window as well, because it's kind of hot in here. I don't mean to say it, it's kind of hot in here. Alright, we're going to close this up. Very nice, very nice. Man, this thing is sweet inside and out. I imagine it's probably a pain in the butt to maintain, considering the fact that it's got 2 engines, but it is an amazing looking aircraft. I love the hell out of it. Alright, now let's see if I can start this up. It's similar to other twins and very similar to other Cessnas. So let's see if I remember how to do this here. Alright, battery, we're going to turn you on. And everything's going to come up to a whine here. I'm going to make sure my surround sound is turned down a bit here. Alright, alternator, we'll turn you on. Okay, I've got the prop pitch up to full. So all I need to do is make sure my mixture is up and then the throttle as well. Okay, and let's turn on the avionics. That is this switch on the door here. Or, well, it's not really a door. It's like a side panel, but there we go. The avionics are on. Okay, and I do not have the route programmed into the GPS, but we are going to do it the old-fashioned way here. So I'm going to go direct, and I want to select, let's see, we're looking for G05, so let's go ahead and change that. Whoa, that's not what I meant to do. Alright, let's go back here. There we go. Alright, so back to G, and then we'll change letter spaces. We'll go backwards to 0, and then we'll move this forward and go backwards to 5. There it is, Finleyville Air Park. So we'll activate that. Now we're going to do a touch and go at Finleyville. So hopefully I should be able to switch everything around. I do have on the second monitor Sky Vector, which I'm going to show you right now. So as you can see, we have 9 nautical miles, heading of 294 to Finleyville, and then 250 degrees, 14 nautical miles to Washington County, AFJ, and then finally 286 degrees, 17 nautical miles to Wheeling. Pretty decent. Pretty decent. Alright, back to the cockpit we go. Okay, so now that I have this set here, I don't remember what the frequency is for the weather, so let me just take a look at Sky Vector again. Okay, Ross Draver says the AWOS should be 118.475, so let me see if I can set that. 118. We need to go backwards here. Whoa, too fast. Alright, 118.475. I gotta pull this thing all the way over here. Ah, damn it, didn't mean to hit that. I don't know if we'll be able to hear it, but I want to at least try. Okay, there we go, 475. And we'll switch that to COM 1.
Rostraver information Charlie. 2100 Zulu weather. Sky clear, visibility 10. Temperature 29, dew point 15. Wind 240 at 11, altimeter 3016.
Okay,
Arriving
3016.
and departing runway 26. Advise on initial contact you have Charlie.
Runway 26? Is that the runway here? I'm trying to remember. I think it is. Okay, yeah, that's the west going runway. Alright. So she did say that it was 3016 for the altimeter. Whoa, we're going way too fast here. There we go. That should be about it. Alright, altimeter is now set. And we know we're taking off on runway 26, so let's go ahead and see if we can get this thing started. Okay, beacon on. We'll open up the call flaps while we're at it here. And let me just see if there's anything else that I am missing. It's probably not going to be by the books. I don't have a checklist for this sucker, but I do know that I got to get the fuel pumps on before I think about starting the engine. So, alright, now that we've got that done, we'll start the front engine. Let me just lean out the little window here. Clear prop! I like that. Okay, looks like we got a good start on number 1. Mixture is up to full. And looks like that happened automatically, so this is also good. Alright, let me turn the wheel here, or the yoke I should say. We'll start 2, clear prop. Okay, I think we got number 2 started. Yep, according to my little dials right in the front there, little digital dial, looks like both of them are purring nicely. Okay, we'll leave the fuel pumps on until after we take off here. Alright, so everything is locked and loaded. Can this come down? It sure can. Sweet, because we're going to be flying into the sun, so that might come in handy. Alright, for now we'll put it back up. I don't think I need it just yet. Actually, I'll put it all the way up so it doesn't like hit my forehead. Okay, so we'll keep our little window open until we are at the runway. We'll go from there. So let's turn on the nav lights, and we're going to want our taxi lights on. Okay, this thing does have an autopilot, but we'll deal with that after we take off here. I'm not going to worry about setting our transponder or anything like that because we're really not going to talk to the tower, so we should be good. And given the fact that the prevailing winds are out of the west, I'm thinking that all of our touch and goes are going to be westerly, with the exception of wheeling. Wheeling, we might have to figure that out on the way in. Alright, so everything is looking pretty good. Let's see what it looks like from the back. Looking nice, looking nice. As you can see, our cowl flaps are open. Okay, so the back engine's looking good. We'll go ahead and put flaps down 1 notch. Look at that. That's a lot of flaps right there. That is a lot of flaps. Alright, back to the cockpit we go. And I think we're just about ready. Let me just take a quick look around and see if there's any traffic nearby. Of course, I can't see anything because I'm so tall. I'm going to take it on my word that there's no traffic. Alright. Parking brake off, and we'll go ahead and taxi to the westbound runway. Actually, I can taxi from outside too, can't I? There we go. Now, I don't think I checked my gas, but I should have a little over a half a tank, so I'm not going to worry too much about it here. Alright, let's follow these nifty little taxiway lines that I created. One thing I've discovered I don't like with X-Plane is my brakes are either on or off. There's no like momentary thing with it. But I can live with it for the time being. I don't think that'll necessarily be an issue. It's just something to be cognizant of when you are flying in X-Plane. Alright, so we'll pass all of this stuff here, and then we're going to make a turn to the right. Take the taxiway all the way down. I suppose I could turn here. Whoops, I forgot to make one of the little turn-off markers. I'll have to fix that. Always a work in progress with these things. Alrighty then. And there's our helipad. Our helicopter is back at the other airport, if you remember. I got it in a hangar right now because I built up all the hangars. We probably won't see it on this little flight here because I'm planning on doing a touch and go. So you'll only get a sneak peek of the airport I'm working on, but I'll be back in the helo and you'll be able to see it in full really soon. Probably use the Schweitzer for that one, so that way you get a closer look. Alright, we are really booking here. I've got this thing at idle. Maybe I should bring the prop pitch down. Well, we're almost to the end of the runway anyway. Let's go back in the cockpit here. And look at that. I'm like veering off the taxiway already. That's no bueno. I think I can see the windsock at the end there. Of course, I am straying from that center line, so let's see if we can fix that here. Okay, there we go. That's looking better. Now, I forget what they said the wind speed was, but I'm sure we'll deal with it in a second. Hit the brakes here. Now, this is a Cessna, so we really don't need to take it all the way to the end, but just for completion's sake here, I'm going to go all the way to the end of the runway. I built the damn thing, might as well use it. Okay, yeah, looks like we got a light breeze there according to that windsock. Alright, let's push ahead. Okay, so we'll go to the whole short line. I'll get the rest of the lights on. We'll take it from there. Hey, look, there's a car. Very nice. Hey, look, there's a truck. Very nice. Alright, right here is good. Come on, baby, stop. Stop. Stop, damn you, stop. Holy crap. See, that's what I don't like. That's what I don't like. Alright, so, strobe lights. Turn you on. Landing lights. You are behind here. We'll turn you on. I think everything else is pretty much set, so we'll go ahead and close this. Look at that, so much quieter in here. Wow, that is amazing. I love when developers put little touches like that in there. Okay, I do believe we are ready for takeoff, so come off the brakes. I know there's no traffic, so I'm not even going to bother to look. Eventually, folks, I will add traffic in here, just not quite yet. But it is coming, I promise you that. Oh, you know what? I just thought of something. Rather than relying on my GPS completely, I could change my heading bug. Okay, so my first heading is going to be 294. So let's see if we can dial that in here. Alright, west is 270, 280, 290, right about there, 294. We'll also do our little course arrow. Just basically line them up on top of each other. There we go. Okay. I think we are finally good to go. I'm going to zoom in just a touch here so that way I can see the gauges better. Alright, let's do this. Let's do this. And yeah, this thing is still at idle. I have not raised the throttles at all. And look at that. We're just moving out. There's just so much horsepower in this thing. I love it. Alright, here we go. Runway 26. And that's what we're looking for. I'm going to line up just past the numbers here. Try to get relatively on a center line. Okay, there we go. Brakes on. Do a final check, make sure everything is looking in the green. Power up just a touch. Okay, engine, yep, everything's appearing to be in the green. Let's zoom in and check. Okay, manifold pressure's looking good. RPM is not quite up there yet, but then I haven't really opened up the throttles. Okay, all of my other gauges are in the green, so yes, looking good, baby. We are looking good. Alright. So with that having been done, let's go ahead and take off. Brakes off. Throttles up. Got it to about 80%. Make sure we're lined up. We look to be lined up. Let's go to 100%. Oh, look at that. We're almost ready to rotate. I'm going to do it right about 80. There we go. Rotate. Just like that. We are in the air. How about we bring the gear up while we're at it? Gear coming up. I love that sound. That is so cool. I know to some people it's like nails on a chalkboard, but if you are a Skymaster fan like I am, that's a beautiful sound right there. Alright, flaps coming up. Okay, looking good, clean configuration. Alright, let's go ahead and head to our destination here, our first destination I should say. Now I want to cruise around 4,000, but obviously with Finleyville being not that far from where we are, It's really not going to take us too long to get there. If I had to guess, probably about a couple of minutes here. Alright, losing a little bit of frames, but that's alright. We'll keep it at a steady 1,000 feet per minute. I realize I said feet per second on that last video. Can't get up that quickly. Okay, according to the GPS, we're heading in the right direction, but we're a little bit to the left of it. Alright, let's level off around 2,500 thereabouts. Yeah, right here is good. Right here is good. Alright, so we'll level you off. And I think I see a little horseshoe turn there, so our airport should be slightly to the left. Still can't see it quite yet. Let me try zooming in. Whoop, that's the wrong button. Yeah, I think that's it, directly ahead. I think. Find out soon enough. So yeah, I've been working on that airport, and I've actually done quite a good bit to it, considering the fact that it's a very small airport, as you saw in the little reference pictures that I used. So there really wasn't much to do. I think the hardest part with this airport is making the neighborhood around it, because of the fact that we discovered the roads, the placement of the roads, and the placement of the houses is not quite accurate. Don't know when that will be fixed. However, I figured out how to do that, and I was able to download some extra things that I might be able to use to help me create that neighborhood. And my altitude got away from me. Alright, let's pull back the throttle a bit here. Pretty sure that's the airport up ahead. Since it's so close, I think I might forego the touch and go, and we'll just kind of overfly the airport. That way at least you can see what I've done. So let's see, we'll keep it stable around 3,000 feet, which means I need to climb just a touch here. Oh, I don't need the fuel pumps on, so let's go ahead and turn those off. There's one, there's two. We should be good to go. Alright, so we are at 3,000, so let me go ahead and activate the flight director, the autopilot, and the altitude hold. That should do it. Yep, that should do it. Okay. Alright, we'll go outside real quick, see if we can see Finleyville. I know it's out there somewhere, it probably hasn't rezzed up yet. Should be directly ahead if I'm not too mistaken. Looking for asphalt runways. My frames just dropped into the crapper. That's no bueno. That is no bueno at all. I have a little monitor on my GPU and CPU just to see what they're doing. It's not being overburdened. It's just flying like crap right now. Maybe I should have turned the sceneries back down. But be that as it may, it says that we're heading directly to our course, so we'll just stay at 3,000 here on autopilot. And we'll keep doing what we're doing. I could turn the heading hold on, but I kind of like having control over the direction we're going. Just want to make sure we don't fall out of the sky, so we'll keep this as it is. Ah, there it is. I see it now. Okay, it is directly ahead of us and a little to the left. So let's see if we can see it from the outside. I'm not sure what all that black stuff is to the right. I don't know, maybe the whole sim's gonna crash, who knows. But that's not supposed to be there. Our next heading is gonna be 250, so I'm gonna overfly the airport here and start turning us towards 250. Holy hell, this thing became a slideshow. It was working fine before. I don't know what the hell happened now. I do have SkyMax Pro on, so that should be helping matters. I don't know. I don't remember this airport causing me this much issues before. But be that as it may, you can see right below. Oh, there we go. Frames are coming back up. That is what I've done so far with Finleyville. I still need to do the neighborhood that surrounds it. But as you can see, the airport itself is looking pretty swank. Got all the various hangars there. I've got one helipad that's only marked with a circle. It doesn't have the H in there. But all the same, I would say it looks pretty damn good. Matter of fact, I'm going to take a picture of it. Just for posterity. Alright, so there we go. That is Finleyville. We'll get a closer look at that later. Alright, I am probably way off course here, so let me go ahead and get back in the cockpit and we'll straighten up and fly right. Alright, so our next stop is going to be Washington, and we need to be at heading 250 according to SkyVector. So let's turn just a little bit here. A little bit more should do the trick. I want to say that might be it off to the left, but I could be wrong. Alright, let's straighten up right here. And while I'm at it, I should probably change my heading bug. So let me see if I can do that and fly at the same time. Oh, we got a little bit of a crosswind going here too. Alright, let's go ahead and help ourselves out with the autopilot. Not sure if that really helped per se, but I'm hoping it did. Alright, let me turn this on. There we go. Okay, I think we are stable, and I just brought the throttles down a little bit here so that way I can buy myself some time. See if we can't change the GPS heading here before we overfly our target. Alright, so direct, big knob, where are you? There we are. Little knob, K, A, no, I don't want B, I want A, there we go. Then we'll go F, and J. There it is, Washington County. Activate. Okay, looks like we are dead on target. Either that or the GPS hasn't caught up with me just yet. But it looks like we are staying on course, so this is good. What I'm going to do here is on the HSI, I'll set my course indicator to the next course, which is going to be 286. So let's just zoom in here a touch. Alright, so we want 286. That's going to be back this way. West is 270, so 280, 285, 286. There we go. Alright, we should be stable at 3,000, so I'm going to go ahead and bring the throttles back up to about 80%. And we're going to hold it there. Okay, so far this has been a rather decent flight. We got our scenery outside. That's pretty much southwestern PA, a bunch of farms and a bunch of forests. And looks like there's some kind of an airport there. I wonder what airport that is. I think it's on my list of airports to do, but for the life of me I cannot remember which one that actually is. Let me zoom in here and see if I can get a better look. It's got nothing. Looks like a little grass strip. Huh. Okay, well, I'm sure I'll figure out which airport it is later. For now, I'm not going to worry about it too much. Alright, so let's see. Are we still on course, and how far do we have to go? 8.3 miles. Okay. But we are on heading, so this is good. And according to my GPS, we should be there in approximately 3 minutes and 35 seconds. So not too shabby. As you can expect, the Carenado is performing flawlessly. Of course, I am losing a bit of frames, but we all know why that is, because I have not yet gotten my graphics card. If there are any crashes in this, you probably won't notice because I will edit everything together. Well, actually, maybe you will notice, because if you're eagle-eyed in the audience, you'll see that my transponder is currently set to 1200. Before it was 4703. So I can neither confirm nor deny that we might have had a crash, but there's the city of Washington directly ahead, so the airport should be just south of it. And I'm thinking, to save my own sanity, since obviously I'm not going to be able to do this entire flight without running into some issues, what I will do is, once I get a little bit closer, I will go ahead and save the flight and then pick it up for a third scene, shall we say. But so far, we are looking pretty damn good. Got the autopilot going, so my hands are free and I can just look around. We got our tanks there. We currently have everything set. It says level fly only. I'm not sure if I should have that switched over to level flight or what. Not quite sure, but it looks like we're doing okay, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. I don't think I checked my gas. Where is my gas? Ah, here we go. Fuel. Okay, front and rear tanks seem to be drawing evenly, and they've got just about the right amount of gallons of gas, a little over 40 from the looks of it. So yeah, I'm not too worried about that. Oil pressure looks good. Cylinder head temperatures within normal limits. Oil temperature, well, looks like the rear engines are running a little bit hotter than the front engine. I'm not quite sure why that is. I'm sure you aeronautics geeks out there can probably explain that to me. One thing I do notice, however, is that my co-pilot's altimeter is not set. So let's see if we can fix that for him. Should be right around 3,000. There we go. I don't know if the altimeter or the barometric pressure had changed, but I do know we are coming up on Washington. As a matter of fact, you can see it directly up ahead. I'm going to zoom into it real quick here. That's it right there. So that is my next airport project, because I don't think anyone has done that one yet. And as you can see, it's got the default X-plane look, which is basically a runway and a taxiway. And a whole bunch of trees popping in. Jeez. Maybe I should have turned the trees down. Alright. But we look good. So there's our next stop. Okay, now, before I actually get to Washington, let me go ahead and see if I can change this out for our final stop, which is going to be Wheeling, West Virginia. So we want KHLG, Hotel Lima Golf. That's H. Alright, give me the knob here, thank you. It's a little squirrely doing this stuff here with the mouse. HL. G, there it is. Okay. So we'll go ahead and program that in. We'll wait for the GPS to do its thing as we overfly the non-existent airport of Washington County. And since I'm already on autopilot, I should only need to change the heading bug in order to go to the right direction here, since it is on heading hold right now. Not really true flying in that sense of the word, however, it'll work for me, considering the fact that I've got other things to contend with, like my frame rates and so on. But there you go. That is my next project after I'm completely done with Finleyville. Actually, I'm not even completely done with Rostraver. I still got more work to do on it. Okay, so let's go ahead and change our heading. Good thing we set up the course knob. Alright, there we go. That should put us in the right direction. Engine's purring like a kitten. We're at 140 knots. Little digital gauges are telling me everything looks good with both engines. So yeah, I am not worried about this at all. But what I am going to do, I'm going to save the flight just in case. Alright, so our flight has been saved. And we are flying over, I believe this is I-79. Look at that traffic. That don't look too bad. That does not look too bad at all. Still not a huge fan of these trees though, but I guess there's not much I can really do about that. But there's a nice neighborhood for you. Pretty sure it probably doesn't look like that in real life, but you know what? Beggars can't be choosers. Alright, back to the cockpit with me. Okay, so this is the last leg of our little journey here, and it is 17 nautical miles on a heading of 286, which is where we are right now, I believe. I can verify that with the GPS. Let me do that real quick. Oh, we're actually on a heading of 288, but it also says that Wheeling is off to the right, and I just realized there's stuff all over my windshield. What the hell, man? I gotta clean my windshield. I just bought this damn thing. Carenado, I am none too pleased with your vehicle cleanliness. You could have cleaned the windshield before you sold it to me. Damn. Alright, but anyway. Now, as I explained at the beginning of this video, Wheeling is one of the airports that I did, in fact, download. So I have a brand new Wheeling there, which if I wanted to, I could probably contact the tower and see if we can, get clearance to land and all of that. But I haven't filed an IFR flight plan, and that's one of the big things right now with X-Plane. They cannot do VFR ATC. They can only do IFR. So rather than go through all of that headache and hassle, I'm just going to come in and land wherever the hell I feel like. One thing I will do, though, since I have SkyVector up on the other monitor, I will pull up the ASOS frequency for Wheeling and have that handy. So let's go ahead and zoom in real quick. I think I got several miles before I make it there. Alright, so right now our backup frequency says 122.1. It needs to say 127.375. So let's go ahead and see if we can do that. Set that to 375. And hold on. This should be 127. Now let's see if we can hear them. That's going to be the real question right there. Swap frequencies.
Wheeling, Ohio. Co-information Alpha. 2100 Zulu weather. Sky clear. Visibility more than 10. Temperature 31. Dew point 16. Wind 250 at 6. Altimeter 3015.
3015.
Runway 21. Advise on initial contact. You have Alpha.
Okay, 3015. Got it. Alright, 3015. Let's go ahead and set that real quick here. And we're coming in on runway 21. I don't think I have airport charts for this. Okay, 3015. Okay, so automatically the aircraft's coming down, because we got to maintain that 3,000. And actually, look, there's the airport directly ahead of us. Holy hell. Now, this is probably going to tax my loading here. But sure enough, that does in fact look like Wheeling. So let me see. Runway 21, we are currently heading, what, 286? So we're probably going to want to be on the north side of the airport. Alright, so let's go ahead and take off the heading hold. See if we can do this here. Frames are dropping a little bit more, so I'm starting to get slightly worried here, but I am going to veer off to the right. I suppose I could probably set up my procedures on the GPS and see if that will bring us in. I know that this airport is kind of like an A shape, so we'll be going down one of the legs of the A. Alright, a little bit more turny should do the trick. That's weird that it says that I'm now lined up with HLG when I know for a fact that HLG is off to our left. Could the GPS possibly be off a little? I wonder. Or maybe that's not the airport I'm thinking. What is that up ahead? There is something over there. Is that like the city? Yeah, I do believe that is the city. Okay, so our airport should be right over there. Okay, well, I can't really see where I'm going right now because the cockpit spar there is in the way. However, now might be a good time to go ahead and take off that altitude hold. Take off the autopilot while we're at it. Okay, autopilot is now off. We'll go ahead and start bringing down that RPM. As long as my frames per second stays stable, we should be good. You know what? I should probably save again. Let me do that. Yep, we're definitely getting close to wheeling. Okay, so the runway that we want is going to be going away from us and off to the left. So I'm going to go ahead and bring us down some. Pull the throttles down. Go back inside. And let's see, how close are we to lining up here? We're pretty much on base leg right now. So I'm going to go ahead and keep our throttles down. I think we're almost at flap speed. Alright, baby, hang in there. Hang in there. Alright, let me put the throttle to idle. And we'll go ahead and drop one notch of flaps. Start making our turn in. Wait, was that one or two notches? I think that might have been two. Alright, now we need some more throttle. Probably not lined up properly, but we'll fix that momentarily here. Okay, there's the airport. Really hard to tell from this distance which runway it is that we're aiming for here. See if we can zoom in a touch. Okay, there's our runway. Alright, now we're pretty much on base leg from the looks of it here. Do need some more airspeed, otherwise we're going to stall. Alright, there we go. We'll go a little bit further down and then we should be able to get it. Alright, now would be a great time to put the gear down as well, so let's go ahead and do that real quick. Love that sound! I don't know what it is about that sound, but I love it. Alright, so yeah, we're not quite on base leg, but we're pretty close. I'm going to drop another notch of flaps here. Get some more throttle while we're at it. Okay, so all our lights should be on. I'm going to assume that they are. And we'll start bringing her down here. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting lineup here because I'm not quite on base leg. Our speed seems on point though, so I'm going to work with that. Let's drop us down a little bit more. It's about 1,000 feet per second here. Or per minute. I keep saying per second. Jeez, I think I'm in a spaceship or something. Damn. quick glance over at the CPU and GPU. Looks like they're behaving themselves. Alright, well, there's the airport terminals. There's our runway coming up. Okay. We're going to hold this angle here while I bring this graceful little bird in. Still not quite lined up, but you know what? I'll work with it. I will work with it. Let's drop some more airspeed here as we drop some altitude. Not gonna lie, it's obvious I'm coming in pretty high here. But all things considered, I'm just glad to be able to get this bird in the sky. Alright, this should be close. We're a little bit closer. It's going to be short final before we're properly lined up here. Probably should have used the GPS in retrospect, but you know what? We're going to work with it. Now normally, if this were FSX, I'd go outside and I'd do my little landing gear cam. However, since this is X-Plane, I think we're going to do it the right way, from the cockpit. I'm sure a lot of you will be really happy that I just said that. But we do appear to be at the proper glide slope if you look at the VASI lights over there. Red on white, we're doing alright. Let's bring this bird in. Not too bad. Managed to salvage this approach here. Alright, now the real question. Can I make it over these trees? Trying to stay on glide slope here. If Flight Sim guy were here, he'd probably be like, that's not the way I do it. You gotta come in higher. But no, I feel like skimming trees today. Oh look, there's a truck. I'm gonna take a quick picture. There we go. Oh look, there's another truck. Not even worried about it. Alright, here we go. This is it, folks. This is it. Let's see if we can do it. Bring the throttles down. I realize I don't have the fuel pumps on, but I think we should be okay here. Alright, throttle to idle. A little bit of a flare. And what's the verdict? We're down. We are down. I think that was a 3-point landing there. Very nice. Okay, as soon as I go below stall speed, I will hit the brakes. What the hell? Who put those lights there? Jeez. Okay, well, that was obviously a mistake. Alright, let's go ahead and hit the brakes real quick here. Okay, looking good, looking good. We'll go ahead and come off the brakes. Let's take a quick look from outside. Oh man, my brakes were still on. Okay. Okay, so flaps can come up. And we'll go ahead and get off this runway here. So not too shabby, X-Plane, not too shabby. And Carenado, as usual, you've done an excellent job. Alright, let's see if we can find a parking spot here. Put the throttles back to idle because I forget this thing likes to run really, really fast. Okay, here's our turnoff. Nice, very nice. I gotta say, whoever came up with the design of this airport, which of course it should be in the description below, they did a pretty good job. Did a really good job. This actually does look like Wheeling. Alright, well, we'll go ahead and taxi our way in. Very nice. So the little Carenado that performed well. Love it, love it, love it. I imagine this thing will be 1,000 times better once I get a better graphics card in this damn thing. But be that as it may, I would say we did a pretty good job. Luckily, I don't have to work on this airport because that would be a pain in the butt. Oy. But I might just open up the files anyway and see if I can get rid of those taxi lights. There is a way you can do that. You can add certain vertices to your taxiway right where you need to have something gotten rid of, and then just tell it in that little section alone to don't put any lights. So it looks like I might have to do that with this. But in the meantime, we're going to go ahead and just try to avoid this light here. I don't think it'll damage my tires, but just to be on the safe side, we'll swing to the right here. Alright, now, I don't remember all the taxiways to this place, so let me go ahead and hit the brakes. We'll just taxi out onto this runway here. I'm sure they won't mind. It's not like there's any traffic coming. Okay, so what do I need to turn off? Let's turn off the landing light, which is behind the steering, the yoke. Keep the taxi lights on. We'll turn off the strobe as well, so that's off. Not going to worry about feathering the prop or anything. We'll just leave them as they are. But it looks like we are going to be going to the right, and hey, look at that, there's a regional jet there. Haven't seen one of those in a little while. At least not at this airport. Okay, and to find a parking spot, we're probably going to need to go to an outside view. So let's do that real quick here. Okay, I am not sure where exactly I'm going to need a taxi. There's an American Eagle on the other side there. So I'm thinking we're going to taxi over here. Yeah, I see parking spots. Okay. I think I got it. Okay, yeah, we'll pull up next to that regional jet over there. Find a decent spot to park. We should be good. Oh wow, there's people here. Holy crap. I need to add that to my sceneries. I need to add people in there. I'll have to do that at a later time here. Right now I just want to park my bird. I haven't yet figured out how to do custom liveries, but as soon as I do, you can bet your sweet bippy this aircraft will have a bit of purple to it. And look at that. It's like they knew I was coming. There's a parking spot waiting right there for me. It's really for regional jets, but since there's no traffic coming in, we're just going to take it. I don't think I'm going to need that baggage cart, though. I don't have that much baggage. Alright, so here we are, right about here. Brakes, brakes, brakes! Brakes! Holy crap! That was close. That was close. I gotta take a picture of that. Wow. Okay, well, welcome to Wheeling, folks. Let's go ahead and turn this bad girl off. Alright, I suppose we could probably just put the mixtures to idle. Alright, there we go. Go ahead and turn all of that off. And we'll turn the avionics off. Turn off the alternators. And finally, the battery. I realized I didn't turn off the lights either, so we'll do that real quick. Alright, so there we go. We are here in Wheeling, West Virginia. Let me get outside the aircraft here. And look, there's a couple of pilots talking. I wonder what they're talking about. Cool beans. So welcome to Wheeling, folks. And this is where we're going to leave it for now. Okay, we might want to get our pilots out of there. So here's how we're going to do that. Static elements. There we go. Pilots go bye-bye. We'll open the baggage door. And I thought I had tinted windows checked, but I guess I didn't. Who knows? Cool. So I'm going to go grab my bag. And we are going to chill here in Wheeling. So there we go. That was the beautiful Carenado Cessna 337, the Skymaster, my absolute favorite of all the Cessna planes. And here we are in Wheeling, custom scenery. This is going to be kick-ass. Thank you for flying with me, folks. As always, this has been BelGeode flying X-Plane 10.45. If you've enjoyed this video, feel free to give me a like. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already done so. And I will see you on the next one where we're probably going to start working on Washington County. Alrighty, folks. I will talk at you later. Ciao.